Hello and welcome to Behind the Screen. I am your host, JM. This is a show where we talk about games, board games, role playing games, card games, things that inspire us in gaming, and things that bring beauty to our lives. And as requested by the chat, this is Sawyer, the Havanese dog, who is currently inhabiting the studio with me. And he wanted to come say hi to everyone. You said hi, Sawyer? No, you just want to go down? All right. So, today, the second official mascot, the first official mascot being the dragon. It is a living mob. So, today we were going to talk about Lost Colony, and then Thursday we were going to talk about Maw of Oblivion, but something happened. Something is going live later today. Something that I could not, in good conscience, not do a little video about. So, without further ado, let me pull up my screen, get everything set. Pinnacle Entertainment is launching the 25th anniversary of Night Train. Night Train is the classic Deadlands adventure. It was one of the first, I think it was the first adventure written for Deadlands by John Goff, and is a horror-filled meat grinder of a adventure that apparently has claimed more than a few posses in the Weird West. And so I've got a link here in the chat right now. If you follow that, you can sign up. It's going live later this morning. If you sign up through that link to get notified, or follow that link when the Kickstarter does go live here in a bit, you'll let them know that, hey, Iconic fans are supporting this Kickstarter. And it just helps reinforce that, you know, Iconic is bringing value and service to people who are in the industry, which is what we want to do. We want to highlight cool game companies making cool games. So this is Night Train. Again, like I said, John Goff wrote it, and it is about a train that creeps along the cold steel rails of the Weird West, pulling into after dark and unleashing hellish cargo of starving, feral vampires on unsuspecting towns. And there's a lot that is going into this. I know, right, John? It is the John theory of gaming that the more Johns in a gaming adventure, the more happy the NPCs are, I think is how that works. So there's a lot going into this Kickstarter. First of all, this is everything you get with the box set. So the box set is going to be your best value. You're going to get a 72-page update of the original Night Train adventure for Savage Worlds, as well as the sequel For Whom the Whistle Blows, and a bank job. So it's 3 adventures. It's 3 adventures, as well as full color pawns for the whole adventure, as well as 2 double-sided fold-out maps, 6 new archetypes, 4 wanted posters for appropriately themed villains within the adventure, and then a wild die, which we get with a lot of these. But the thing that I love the most is that you get a stack of toe tags to memorialize those wild cards who fall in the adventure. You get to fill out the toe tag for them and send them into... Nope, you don't get to go in there, Sawyer. Come on. Send them into their eternal rest. So I'm going to get to show off some of the pieces of art that are available, that are going to be available when the Kickstarter goes live. They're also doing, I believe, Wendigo Tales is going to be a part of this. You're going to be able to access some of the old novels. Don't quote me on that, but I had a picture for it, so I figured I'd throw it up. Here is the Night Train book, and it is gorgeous. If you have followed Iconic Production for a while, you know we started our journey into Deadlands with the horror at Headstone Hill. This is a campaign of similar excitement and depth, and it goes back. It's 25 years old. I know on the Swan game last night that I think Civil Savage was running Night Train to show it off, to new people. I don't have any clues on the price levels, John, but I do know that it's launching within the next hour or so. So, yeah, Tink got to see all of the stuff from Maw of Oblivion laid out. This promises, it's everything I love about Deadlands. It's a very Western grounded adventure. It's a train job, trains pulling in and out of towns all across the West, coupled with the gothic horror and weird West that I love about Deadlands. It's filled with feral vampires being let loose onto the towns. Yeah, and cheers, Ronnie. I don't know if you watch these, but cheers to you. You are a fantastic Savage GM. So, here's the book cover. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I love difficult adventures. I love hard adventures where I, as the player, have to really think outside of the box, use my system mastery to the best of my ability to overcome what is been set out before us. If you play any of the adventures that I write for Savage, they are not the easiest of adventures, because that's just the way I like to play as a player. And so for me, an adventure that has this much pedigree of being this much of a meat grinder is something that I would love to get into and to run for my players. The fact that it comes with toe tags brings a delighted giggle to my black little GM heart. So here we have red fighting vampires. You'll notice a theme in a lot of these pictures. It's vampires. I won't spoil anything. I've gotten a little bit of behind the scenes. I've talked with some people who have been involved. I'm thinking of possibly inviting John on the channel. That's John Goff, as opposed to John Doom and myself. Although we should have a behind the screen where we get to talk about Savage Worlds. But I'm thinking about inviting John Goff on for an interview. If that's something you guys would like to see, let me know in the chat right now. So again, this is going live soon. If you can use the link that is available in the chat, I'll post it here at the end. You're going to be able to show Pinnacle, hey, Savage Worlds is something that Iconic loves and is deeply invested in. Look at this art. Like, I love these images. That gunslinger, the vampires, the cover. When this book comes in, you can count on me doing an unboxing video and a review. John says, one big myth I'd like to debunk about my home country, Transylvania, is that everyone thinks there are vampires all over. Been living here for 700 years and you've yet to see one. Fantastic. So I actually got to go and tour Transylvania. I was out in Romania in 97 or 98, and we took a day and went into the Transylvania, or the Carpathian Mountains, and took a little tour of Transylvania, which was awesome. So this is a short video. It's not going to be super long. This is short, sweet, to the point. I want to get this up on YouTube. I want to get the link out to everybody. Go back Night Train. Peg's Kickstarters never disappoint. The quality, what you get inside of it. We have a video that's going to be releasing later this week from Peg. I think Tink is going to help me take some pictures tonight of it. I did an unboxing with Mike and Chris of the Advanced Player's Guide and Curse of the Crimson Throne. I'm going to get that video edited and up later this week. So, yeah, that's kind of what I have for Behind the Screen today. Go check out Night Train, which is available on Kickstarter. If you're watching live, soon. If you're watching this on YouTube, now. We're gonna have a couple other interviews and Kickstarter announcements over the course of the month and early in November. There's another big Kickstarter that's from a friend of the show that I've gotten to chat with a couple of times before and looking forward to hopefully chatting with again. I'm going to try and get that scheduled here for early November. And beside that, I figured I would leave it at that. We've had several, our Wrath and Glory ones have run about a half hour. I've always been shooting for that 15 to 20 minutes, so I figure I'm due for one that comes in a little shorter. And yeah, so check it out. Night Train. Vampires and the Weird West. For those of you who don't like very difficult or deadly adventures, Savage has a lot of ways of mitigating the deadliness of an adventure. You could add wound cap. Say, okay, no matter what happens, heroes can't take more than X number of wounds. You can give out more bennies. You can adjust the numbers of vampires or NPCs that you're fighting. But for those of you who have never run a truly dark and terrorizing, or terrifying? I think terrifying is what I meant. Terrorizing is what my GM, Brent, meant. You never run a dark and terrifying adventure. Night Train is one that is beloved by many, has been around for 25 years, keeps getting brought up in Swan or at conventions or at home tables. Give it a shot. Maybe your players will like it. Maybe you will like it. Maybe it'll change the way that you run games going forward. Who knows? It does sound a lot like the Ravenloft of Suede. I will be interested to see when I get the new version of Night Train in my hands and see how it compares to Death House, which is just in my opinion, a poorly designed meat grinder adventure. But we can talk about that at some other point. So Thursday, we're going to be talking about Lost Colony. Can't wait to chat with you all about that. And then Tuesday, we're going to be looking at Maw of Oblivion. So that'll take us into the first break that I'm taking. I'm going to be off next Thursday. And then when we come back, we're going to be looking at Mirror Side, a interesting little horror role-playing game that I was sent. And looked at it and was like, yeah, I need to talk about this in October because, let's be honest, October is the month where we talk about horror games. So, until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. I am JM. This has been Behind the Screen. Go check out Night Train. Follow that link. It'll be available up and running here in the near future. Till next time, have a good one.